And good morning, everybody. It is Wonderful Wednesday with Christine Walorz. Now, Christine, you're one of the first people I met, and you welcomed me with open arms, and you were just absolutely wonderful. And you helped my family, my daughter, with life insurance. And it is Life Insurance Month. So, Christine, tell people how you can help them and why you love to do what you do. Take it away. Tell us.
Sure. And thank you. And I am so happy that we met. I think it's been 6 years, since we first met. And I'm so grateful to have you in my life. You're wonderful. And I love these interviews that you do with so many people in the community and around the country. So thank you for everything that you do. And happy Life Insurance Awareness Month. So yes, as you know, I'm very, very passionate about life insurance, not just in September when the focus is on, making everyone aware. For me, it's so important for me to be able to serve my community locally, as well as, anywhere in the country, but really here locally, helping make sure that families, everything from their children to their parents and small business owners, making sure that everyone has the life insurance that they need, because people don't stop and think about what will life look like for my family if I'm not here, right? To provide all the things I do for my family as well as my paycheck. So because it's not something that we think about every day, I feel like it's my job to get out there and remind people that we do have to think about that, because we love our family and we want to make sure that they can maintain the lifestyle that they currently have if we are no longer there to help them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Absolutely. And you work with families for their children as well. And I know that can be a bit of a sticky subject for some people. They go, well, why would I want to do that for my child? But, there is reasons behind it. Explain that one.
Absolutely. And you're right. A lot of people think children don't need life insurance. The most obvious reason is we don't want to think about having to use the benefit if something were to happen to a child. None of us want to think about that, but it can happen. Okay. I just learned from a friend of ours, Holly Schwab with Zach's Toy Chest, that the average age that a child gets diagnosed with cancer is 8 years old. Okay. So we want to do a few things. Number one, we want to make sure that we are financially secure as parents. The cost of a funeral can be financially devastating for people on top of everything else that's happening. But also, we never know what path our life is going to go down. We don't know if maybe we'll get a diagnosis, but survive something like childhood cancer. But getting a diagnosis like that or other diagnoses can prevent us from getting traditional life insurance or as much, or have it be as affordable later on in life. So we want to protect our children's insurability by getting them started younger. And there are other ways that we can use life insurance. We don't have to dig into it too much right now, but there are also cash building aspects to life insurance. And when we start those types of policies for our children or our grandchildren when they're young and contribute to them every month, they can build up a cash value that can be accessed through indirect loans and loans with the insurance company, where we can use that to pay off some college loans or start a business, or maybe wait until we're in our 60s and pay off our mortgage. So there are a lot of good reasons to put life insurance in place on our children.
Okay. Good. And you're doing some other new things as well, Christine. Tell us what you're doing.
Well, for the last 7 years, right, I've been helping people with traditional life insurance, and part of using life insurance to secure our financial future is thinking about retirement and our needs in retirement. So one of the things I've started focusing on in the last year or so is really working with those people that are nearing or in retirement. So like the 55 and up category, and helping people secure and preserve the retirement money that they've saved up. So the insurance industry has always been a part of that puzzle when it comes to retirement. So there are ways that I can work with people and help people to protect some of their money and make sure that it's there for them throughout the rest of their life. I actually can help people create guaranteed lifetime income streams with the money that they have saved up, maybe in their retirement funds through work or retirement funds that they've done on their own. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a piece of your puzzle to help you in your retirement. And that's really exciting because I'm in that category, right? And so, and my friends are all in that category. So I kind of have been drawn to that. and I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, good. I know. And you were so personable. I remember when you helped us with the living with benefits part of it. And because we just didn't understand when we arrived from England that it's a minefield, you know, working your way through so many things. And of course, in England, we don't have to pay for our hospital bills. And you do here. So explain more about the living with benefits and how you helped my family.
Sure, absolutely. So we call them living benefits. So when we think about life insurance, no, it's okay. You always say it that way, and I love it. It's so cute. Living with benefits. So life insurance, we all know, is typically you have a contract with an insurance company, and if you die, then your beneficiaries get the money, right? Well, there are different benefits or riders that can be included or added to an insurance policy so that if you experience something like a chronic or critical illness or injury, as well as a terminal illness, but almost every life insurance policy has a terminal illness rider. So we're going to talk about chronic and critical illness and injury. If you were to experience something like a moderate heart attack, or you got an invasive cancer diagnosis, or you had chronic kidney failure, or chronic kidney disease, right? Like stage 4, or maybe a cognitive impairment. Okay. When these things happen to us, they can have a financial impact on our lifestyle, right? And on our family. So for some people, that death benefit, some of that money can be used while you're alive. So it's almost like making a claim, if you will. I hate to use that word because that conjures up scary things about roofs and cars and things like that. But we can apply to the insurance company to have an acceleration of the death benefit so you can use it while you're living. So it's a living benefit instead of a death benefit. And that can help pay for anything you need it to. It's completely unrestricted funds. So whether you need to pay for babysitters or do food shopping because you're not working, or even your spouse has taken time off, or partner because you're in the hospital, right? Income goes down, expenses go up. So we can tap into that money and help pay all the extras that come along with being out of work. So that's called a living benefit, also known as an accelerated, it's accelerating the death benefit. So if everyone's pulling out their policies and looking through them, that's what you're looking for, or just call me and we can do a complimentary policy review and I'll help you understand what you have.
And I think that's really helpful that you do those complimentary reviews because it is confusing. And you have to, you are an expert in this and you know exactly what people have and haven't got. You know, like, as I say, like me, half of it goes over my head. But I remember it was funny because you were asking us certain questions and you were saying, so you've got to agree to no skydiving in 2 years. And I actually went, oh, and you went, ha, 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 Claudia. And I was actually being really serious.
Little did I know you would be skydiving 2 years later. Yes, risks are important, right? So we always think about our health, but we also have to look at our avocations. Some of us have dangerous jobs and some of us have risky hobbies. And so, yes, on most insurance policy applications, we do have to ask about skydiving, hang gliding, you know, climbing rocks and climbing mountains and scuba diving below 60 feet. And yeah, they want to know if you plan on doing it in the next 2 years, and you apparently wanted to go skydiving. So
I know I did. And it was funny because my husband had bought me the gift for Christmas. And I said, well, I can't use it until next year. And unfortunately, it had 2 years expiration on it. So I got in just in time. So as soon as it was like the 2 years up, I said, right, we're doing it. And unfortunately, I needed it anyway for the front cover of my my ebook.
Yes,
the
buddy process.
And I did, and as well, I was doing it for the charity, so part. But you know, I just added that in because it was just I could.
And the good news is you don't make a habit of jumping out of planes, which is what the insurance company doesn't want to know. They don't want you to be jumping out of planes on a regular basis. But you do it once or twice. That's fine.
I'm always one and done with pretty much any
one
of my,
and done. Well, you did a great job. You did a great job, and you, thank God, you're here to talk about it.
I know, because I do know some people who have not been so lucky. So yeah, it was, and I must admit, I wasn't scared at all. My husband keeps on saying, how can you not have been scared? I don't know. I just don't have that kind of
I was
thing.
scared for you, but I know you weren't scared at all. You are amazing. But it is funny, those different things that come up when we're getting a life insurance policy, or sometimes after we get it. And you were talking about, and I mentioned doing policy reviews, and it doesn't matter if someone's my client or not. Complimentary policy reviews are always available, because sometimes we've had a life insurance policy for 5 years or 10 years or longer, and we just don't remember any of the details. The good news is you got it, but time goes on, right? Our lives change, and our life insurance sometimes needs to change as well. Or sometimes there's benefits, like living benefits, that people just don't know they have, or conversion options, which is like a whole nother episode. So what I like to do with people is sit down with them, kind of understand what their current life insurance needs are, and then we review the policy. And you said, I know all the different things to look for, but in addition to that, I don't always know what to look for, but I know what questions to ask. So we will just pick up the phone together, call your insurance company, and I'll ask all the right questions. We do it on speakerphone so you can hear the answers. And that way I can either give you 2 big thumbs up and tell you, yes, everything is great. Or maybe I have to tell you this is good, but maybe we need to add more because now we have 15 children, or we have 2 kids in college. Who knows what our situation is like? So sometimes we do need to update our life insurance, and that's fine. Or sometimes it's just about me explaining to you when in the future you should be ready to make your next steps and what those next steps might be.
Yeah. And I love that about you as well, because you really don't mind answering all those silly questions, because I know we did have several. Or to us it was silly, to you they weren't.
There's no silly questions.
You were very gracious about it.
Oh, thank you.
And it's, you're very easy and personable to work with. So and that makes the whole process so much easier, because it is fairly long, but you take the sting out of it.
I try to make it fast and easy. Back in the day when you got your policy, it was paper policies and writing things out. And nowadays it's all electronic, and we don't want to scare people off and make them think it takes a long time, Claudia. We can be fast.
Yeah, so is it quicker now?
Well, it is. I don't have to write things out by hand. So that certainly saves a lot of time. Yeah. And experience helps, right? We did this six years or so ago. I've been in business now for almost 7 years, kind of have it down pat now. So yeah, it's a lot faster and easier. And that's my goal, right? I want to take the sting out of it. I think you said, I don't want people to be uncomfortable. I don't want people to be afraid to talk to me about their health or their situation. I try to be, I try to meet people where they're at. If they're excited, I'm going to be excited. If they're nervous, I'm going to meet them where they are so that they're comfortable, because it's a tricky conversation for some people, and it can be sensitive for some people. And there isn't anything I've never heard before. And my focus is just on the person who's in front of me and helping them be comfortable and helping understand everything I need to help find them the best coverage to meet their needs within their budget.
Okay, so that's actually really helpful to know, because a lot of people go, oh, I don't have time for it. And you have just literally said it doesn't take that long.
No.
Okay, because you're there now. Okay, great. Yeah. That is like, that will be music to so many people's ears, because it's like, oh, phew. Okay, I'll give you a call. So we're going to have your links and your phone number, so how people can get in to speak to you for a free review.
Great.
Ideal.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I know, because that's what we want for the people and for you. But yeah, because it helps so many people. Peace of mind, which of course was what I'm about. Peace of mind, and then it's like, well, you don't have to worry about it. You can go to sleep.
Exactly. That is the key. That's why it's in my tagline. It's your needs, your budget, your peace of mind, and truly owning life insurance. You might have some at work. That's fine. It's a benefit. It's not enough. It's not sufficient. That's another episode as well. But it's important that we all own some life insurance, and that will help you sleep better at night. And it will help your family sleep better at night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. I love what you do, and I know you're so passionate about it, and you do. You do a great job with it. So thank you for being you, Christine.
Oh, thank you, Claudia. I really appreciate all your support.
Yeah, no, thank you. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your day, and it's goodbye from me, Claudia Rickard.
And me, Christine Walorz.
There you go. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Bye.